Hey everyone, this is Get Prime X here, and today I am going to be observing a little bit of frustration on certain MTG games that I have been seeing, which I don't even own on the card. I played against a slow Golgari Death Touch Poison, and he had a Vorpal Sword, which is the slowest way to think that he could get an automatic win by using the Flying Death Touch Haste Angel Cleric, whatever, with the Vorpal Sword by equipping it by 2 swamps. And basically what it does, it just equips it with the Death Touch, and whenever the person with that paid mana gets damaged with it, loses the game, which is probably the cheapest and worst, slowest way to have the biggest pathetic excuse of an artifact equipment. Let me have a look. Foretell. See if I can find it. It's an uncommon card, but it does have Foretell. There it is. Vengeful Reaper. He used Vengeful Reaper to thinking that he can win with just flyers. Because in personal, I hate flyers. Flyers, personally, is just absolutely boring. Along using a Vorpal Sword and to activate its ultimate ability, that's not the fastest way. It's too slow. This is the one I brewed, called Poison Gain. Yes, Poison Gain, not life gay. Not life gay. So, I think this is probably one of the best poison gains I've ever done in my history of brewing of greens. And there's only 2 permanents with white sources, and I'll explain why. Because it's for a Johnny, and in case of something that goes in mist, the Stinger here is very useful here. And most of the time, it's just going to be green permanents that you'll see with 3 copies. Like, you have 4 Renovated Rot Priests, like 1 Toxic, and whenever a creature controls comes a target on the creature, they gain 1 poison, got 4 fins. Yeah, most people hated the card, and 3 Infectious Bite, 2 Poison Blades, and 2 Toxic Scorpions, and also there's 2 Stingers as well, so which I did mention. So Poison Blade here, the target creature gains Death Touch at end of turn, but we needed card draw to add that up. So the Stinger, whenever a creature that has Toxic, you gain +1/1 until end of turn, which is a useful card, along with Toxic Scorpion. The other creature gets Death Touch until end of turn, which is a good one here. And the other 3 copies with the 3 mana is Bloated Contaminator, 1 Toxic with Trample 4/4 with Proliferation, and the Basilic and Mace's Mantle. And whenever a creature has Toxic on it, it gains Hexproof. But the ones who don't have Toxic will just have just 2/2. So with the ones who have Toxic, we'll gain both of the benefits. But the ones who don't have Toxic, we just gain 2/2, but not Hexproof. And I got 3 Johnny Sleeper Agents. And the why I'm using that is because I don't need to complete it. Because completed is boring. The mechanic, it seems to be pretty much of a shocker to the Planeswalker itself. But it's better use it on the expensive Planeswalker spells than the cheap ones that are, I would say, 3 to 4 mana of Planeswalkers, because it makes them very good Planeswalkers than using the completed spells for it, even for the creatures as well. So complicated is boring. Noxious Assault, there's 2 of them, and 3 Tyrannix's Atrocities, and Paladin Predictions, which is 2 of them, in case of the baby Soul Wardens, and all that bullshit, blah blah blah. That people always love the Soul Warden wanking. Yeah. And as for the lands, 4 Shocklands, 3 Skylands, 10 forests, and 8 plains. And let's go with the first game. So, this deck is actually mostly for people who gain life too much. It has some bitty... I had to readjust the other different altercations on the deck because I had lack of 1-drops. I had 2 copies on it earlier, so I had to decide to add 2 more of the priests just to make it this way. Okay, so the opponent's playing first, which is annoying, so we might as well play the priest. So opponent is thinking very slowly here. So let's see what the opponent will do. Is he gonna shock my priest? Because if he shocks it, then he will get a poison counter this way. Oh. Yeah, about that, I'll explain why. I think the game froze. Yeah, the game did freeze. I checked the app, reopened the app. Suddenly, I forgot to tell you all about this. The game suddenly crashed because the game was just sitting there, and I thought it was the opponent stalling with either a destroy whatever. Okay, so yeah, we're facing the same. So we're facing the mono blue, which is an artifact tropher. Yeah, this is a trophy deck. I know this one. Because I believe there is a saga where you can make trophers, and they become massively OP depending on how many artifacts you control. So I recognize this one since last month. So I won't be surprised if he has Tropher right now, along with a Tezzeret. Yep, he has a Tropher. Even though it's not a legendary creature, so he can't really equip it yet. Okay, so he's got Chromatic Lantern, with Swing. And see if the opponent is gonna take it. So if opponent is not gonna take it, then we'll do Infectious Bite. So that way his Trophy won't do anything that much. But I'll save that until whenever he does the equipment or anything to destroy my 4/4. So we'll just see what will happen. The opponent is still thinking to block, so he'll just take 2 damage, or he'll just gain 1 poison counter, because he'll get 1 poison counter either way from a block. So it won't matter if he casts another one for free. I guess the opponent is kind of getting a little bit salty at this point here, because he's not really reacting. Even though he has Chromatic Lantern to do all colors, I think he's going a little bit salty at this point. So he's not really doing anything. Yeah, opponent decided to concede. It's not forced concede, by the way, because it takes roughly 3 or 4 minutes to do that. He automatically conceded. So that was a bit of a boring match, to be honest. Alright, me, myself, and I. Ooh, poetic name. And we're gonna keep this. And we're gonna shock ourselves, and we're gonna play the Rock Priest. And let's see what the opponent has. Simic. Okay. So we'll take that 1 life off him. Yeah, sure. And we will play another Rock Priest. So Infectious Bite, we got a good start so far. So we're gonna get rid of that token, so we're gonna use Infectious Bite. And opponent gets 4 poison counters in this turn. So that's 6. Okay, so he gains Death Touch, so I'm gonna put it on the Rock Priest. Okay, so he blocks it. So he has 3 more chances. So if I target again, then okay. So he's gonna pick a card to try to even though if he tries to bounce back my War Priests, then he'll definitely lose the game. Okay, so we get Stinger, and we'll swing. So he's gonna trade 1, which is no problem. Okay, so my Rock Priest is gone. So I got 1 more. So if he targets 1 right now, then the game's over. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, so he had nothing, so I would probably kill him anyway. But either way, that was actually a good game from his resilience. Okay, we got the next game. And I'm going first, and this is a good hand. So, good promise here. So we're gonna tap that shock land. And let's see what my opponent's up to. Okay, it's a live gay deck. The live gay. Okay, let's play this Stinger. And of course, the Spirit Cleric. Okay, so we'll swing. He's taking it. Okay. We'll play the Basilic. We'll play that. And what else he's gonna play? He's gonna destroy it, that's no problem. We'll play the Rock Priest. Shall we complete it? No. No. Okay, so we'll swing for 1. If he refuses to block, actually I got an idea. We won't destroy it yet. If he destroys my thing, oh, okay, yep, let's destroy it. So Infectious Bite on the live gay. So he has 5 poison counters now. Gay, bye, gay. Okay, Leon Scalise. Next one. This could be okay. Okay, so this is a weird one. I think it's one of these cycle decks. And is it? Okay. Nah. I'm gonna scoop this one. I'm gonna review this one at the end of the video because I am not gonna let this one happen. No. Fuck that guy. I'm just gonna have to at the outro of the video, I'm gonna explain why I scooped this one, and I am not happy about this one. That was just a retarded one. I'm sorry. I don't like when people control my stuff. No. Okay, so this match, yep. So, as usual, I always get good advantage on draw, then play. So we'll tap those shock lands. Opponent is Demir. Okay, so we'll tap another shock. So we're not gonna pay for it. Isn't that a Witherbloom? I don't know why he's using the Witherbloom card on a Demir deck. I don't get it. Alright, now there's the use. Okay. So he's got my Finn. And we got success. Basilic, I would like you to have my thingy back as soon as you got him in the next turn. Okay. So contact order of plane. So the Dungeon Dragon sorcery instant whatever. I don't care. Okay. No attacks, I guess. Alright. So before we get a Johnny, we'll get rid of the ooze first. Okay, so we swing. Okay. So we'll draw a card. Oh, yes. We got another infectious bite. Just how it planned. This is actually good. I don't know if we'll need a land at this point. But Noxious Assault. We'll save that in case he's got two creatures. Yeah, that's fine. We'll get rid of another draw card. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of the discarder. And we'll play a Johnny, the sleeper agent. A Johnny Chapati. Okay. No, we don't want the forest. We'll scry that to the bottom. Alright, so opponent has 3 more counters left until he dies. So opponent has to board wipe or something, or poison the cup very early. Okay. Yeah, I assume this is poison of the cup. I know this one is not saw it coming. This one's definitely poison of the cup. So, Noxious Assault. And Sleeper Agent -3 on Finn. Finn's gonna get 2 counters. And the other one, yep. Okay, so opponent dies. There you go. Opponent's dead. Yep, it was poison of the cup. He foretold poison of the cup. Okay, so that game wasn't too bad, but if the opponent blocked the other creature, he would have survived. Oh, crimson bullets. Oh, bullets. Right. I wonder if this hand is worth keeping. Yeah, I was actually recording to do this clip of the YouTube on the screen recording because it's way better than doing it on the PC. Yeah, I love this owl. This owl got the pet of the Nyx owl from Theros. It's one of my favorite pets. Okay, so now the Rock Priest has given him one poison counter. So opponent is either Golgari or Witherbloom. There's very little of Witherbloom's, and there's many of Golgari. Okay. So shall we complete it? Nah, screw it. Screw complete it. Screw the complete. Okay, so we'll give opponent one poison counter again. I'm sure opponent has Fry. Or Cut, whatever. I don't know. What. I just gotta call it Fry. Cut, Fry, whatever. Because that one destroys the overall power and toughness combined of 5. Which he can't get rid of. But he knows the risk. If he takes either one of my permanent creatures or anything, he'll get a poison. Okay, so we'll get Sleeper Agent. And we'll +1. And we'll scry the land to the top because we're gonna need it. We're gonna need it for the dino. So we're gonna swing that one for 4. Alright, that's fine. So opponent has a poison. That's 2 poisons. And here's his third poison. His third poison's coming in. I think opponent was trying to kill the War Priest other than my yeah, opponent was trying to kill the Rock Priest than my 4/4. I think he did make a mistake there. So yeah, opponent did make a mistake. So opponent just wants to see the finisher, which I have actually. Okay, so we'll play Ajani again. And let's see what I got. Maze Man. Maze, of course. Alright. So opponent is dead. So yeah, I do feel bad for the opponent there. Okay, and before I conclude this video, I want to include Soulless Jailer. On my previous game against the Is It guy who exiled 3 of my creatures, which was infuriating me because if I had Soulless Jailer and he didn't go first, he weren't able to control my exiles or anything, even for graveyards. So Soulless Jailer was probably is probably in my artifact deck, but if he never had that, then you know. So Soulless Jailer will negate both players from graveyards and exiles. So pretty much, yeah, I didn't really like that instant against that mono red. So to begin with, yeah, that is at control can suck ass. Okay, so anyway, so this is the deck, and take care all.